My guess is you're on this video because you're posting videos consistently. Now you're finally creating good thumbnails and good titles and good topics. And you're following all the advice that people are trying to tell you to do online by, doing that Google search, how to get more views on YouTube, but you're here because you haven't had any success. And that's okay, because you're in the right place. And in this video, I'm gonna be sharing 10 different tips that most people are not talking about on their channels. And these tips are gonna be hitting thing after thing after thing that actually are gonna help you get results and get more views. So if you're new, welcome, and let's dive right in. Tip number one is probably the most important tip. Know your audience. Understand your audience. And I'm talking about on a way deeper level than you know right now. I mean, you need to understand their fears, their desires, their pain points, what problems they're facing on a daily basis, and just write those things down on a document so you can always refer back to them. Most people really mess this up because they make videos that they want to make, right? They're coming down to script a video or come up with an idea, and they're thinking about, what do I want to make? What kind of video do I want to talk about? You need to get away from that, and you need to start thinking about your avatar, your audience, and how you can actually serve them and help them. Now, it's not really easy. One tip that I have is at the end of your videos, instead of saying, hey, click the link in the description or, hit subscribe, you can actually ask them, say, hey, leave a comment below. Let me know what other kind of videos you want me to bring, and I will make those specifically for you. Once you start getting those kind of comments, just in that document, add each and every single idea that comes in there, one question that people have, and make videos for them specifically for your audience. You can look at other competitor YouTube videos and see what people are commenting and asking there. Also, joining Facebook groups that are in your niche and just paying attention to the conversations that are happening there should give you plenty of topics and ideas to come up with for your YouTube channel. And if you're watching this right now, I too would like to know what kind of videos you want me to create. I make videos about content creation, online business. So leave a comment below and let me know, what do you want me to make a video about? Tip number two is to master the basics and master the fundamentals. So what are the fundamentals? Well, the fundamentals are really just the elements of the video creation process. So let's go ahead and just go through that real quick. And these are the things that you need to master. Number one is coming up with an idea, a topic, and a title. You need to get really good at that. The next step is scripting or outlining your video with a hook, some value, and then a call to action at the end. You need to get really good at that too, because that's a fundamental. The next step is just filming. That's your camera presence, and then all the videography stuff that goes into making a good high quality video, like audio, lighting, good framing in your video. The next step is the edit. You need to understand what it takes to edit a video for YouTube so that it can succeed. And then the last step is just the optimization step, right? That's the thumbnail that you need to come up with that's highly clickable, as well as, titles, tags, descriptions, and getting all that stuff. That needs to be done with the best practices in mind. The next thing I recommend is that you niche down so that you can just create 100 videos kind of on some niche topic so that YouTube knows exactly what your channel is all about. So they can put your videos and recommend them to people that they think that will like your videos. And that's really what it's all about. If YouTube doesn't understand what your niche is and who you're trying to serve, then they won't be able to promote your videos to the right audience. You'll never get the click-through rate. You'll never get the viewership, and you won't grow. The next tip is that you need to partner with other YouTubers and do collabs and just get involved with whatever community you're in. So let's say you have a YouTube channel about building fences. Well, you should maybe collaborate with some other YouTube channel that does the same thing. You should be in those Facebook groups. You should be in that niche online, and people should be seeing your face pop up and your content pop up, and just you should be serving people in that world and collaborating with people who have those kind of audiences to grow your own. When you do get people referring your videos to other people, those are great referrals. Those are gonna be good viewers. They're actually gonna watch it all the way through. They're gonna click subscribe, and they're gonna become part of your audience and of your community. So you do want to try to collaborate in any way possible. Don't look at the other people in your niche as competitors. Look at them as collaborators and try to see if you can have like that abundance mindset and grow together. The next step is to engage with your viewers. So take no one for granted. Anybody that hits subscribe deserves a reply from you on the comments. If they're gonna join your community in a Facebook group or join your email list, don't take them for granted. Don't take a single person for granted. Reply to the emails, reply to the comments. Get on calls with people if they say, hey, can you help me out? And there's a chance you could help them out, help them out. Send them your content when they email you and ask you a question. You say, Oh, well, I made a video about that. Send that to them. Don't just ignore it. The next tip is to outsource the video editing part, because my guess is you're not a professional video editor. So why not hire somebody that can not only save you the time, but do a better job? So all you got to do is hit record, film 3 videos, send them off, and then they're done. So if you don't know, my name is Augie Johnson, and I'm the founder of VidChops.com, and we are a video editing service for YouTubers. So if you're interested in hiring a video editor, head over to VidChops.com and we will take care of you. Tip number 7 is to experiment often. So how can you experiment? Well, there's a few different things that I'll recommend really quickly that you can try out. So kind of the biggest swing that you can take in experimenting is trying different video formats. So what a video format is right here, I'm doing a talking head while standing up. Another video format could be like a talking head with a whiteboard, or a talking head on an iPad, or sharing your screen, or doing street interviews, right? Actually out there on the street interviewing people. Or maybe the best video format for you could be video podcasting, where you actually do like long form, 60-minute podcast interviews type content. The idea here is to experiment often, because if you find a new format that works well for you, then it could be the difference between, kind of being stuck in this rut, not getting views, and you switch formats one time, you find a new format that works really well, the video all of a sudden is an outlier and gets a ton of views and goes semi-viral. Well, then you can just duplicate that and stick with that format, and you're like, hey, I found a winning format that my audience loves, and that could be a key to growing your channel. Tip number 8 is to create a YouTube content creation system. What I'm talking about is you need to be able to come up with a title, a script, and all that stuff in like 15 minutes max. You need to be able to simply reach over, hit record on your camera, and start talking. What you don't want is to have to set up for an hour, set everything up every single time, tear it down every single time. You need a system where you can go topic, script, record, stop, memory card in the computer, upload, editor's now editing it, thumbnail designer's now creating the thumbnail designer, boom, in 2 days, 3 days later, it's published, and that's it. The next tip that I have for you is to create great thumbnails and to always create at least 2 versions. It's like, why not split test every single video thumbnail so you can just give your video the best chance possible to succeed? And some people do like all these different split tests and stuff. Like for me, I would say do one, right? When you upload a video, at least do one A/B thumbnail split test to give your video a good chance to succeed. And it could pay off for you. If one thumbnail is poor and the other one does well, boom, you just avoided, your video having no success to having at least some success, because you avoided that bad thumbnail. And here we are, tip number 10, and that's being consistent. You got to get out of your box a little bit, out of your comfort zone, get these sweaty armpits from standing in front of the camera and making the mistakes a bunch of times. And then you got to publish consistently, because if you don't publish, then you won't grow. I've seen so many YouTube channels and analyzed so many YouTube channels, and so many times I just see, wow, this guy is literally pumping out 4 videos, long form ones, 10 to 20 minutes every single week, because he's got a great system, like I mentioned earlier, and he's super consistent. And 18 months later, 100,000 subscribers from close to 0. And it's just because of the consistency. His viewers, they watched one video, now they're getting promoted to the next one, they're getting promoted to the next one, they're clicking, they're in this binge watching sequence. And if you can do that, if you can actually publish consistently, 1 time a week would be the minimum, but if you could do more, I only think that's gonna benefit you. If you need help being more consistent, then head over to VidChops.com, because we have a complete YouTube agency over there that will handle the editing. We can take care of the thumbnails. We'll even upload your video to YouTube for you, do the title, tags, description, end card links, all that kind of stuff. Even split test the thumbnail on every single video. So if that sounds interesting to you, then head over to VidChops.com. And like I said earlier, leave me a comment. You guys let me know what other kind of videos you want to see, and I will bring those to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.